If you're like me and you've got an old school PS4 lying around and it's not accepting Blu-rays, the Blu-ray drive might be faulty. There are a couple of things that you can do to find out what's wrong with it. One of the most common faults that happen on an original PS4 Blu-ray drive is that the motor inside the Blu-ray drive might become faulty and will need replacing. The daughter board on the Blu-ray, which is under the shield, sometimes one of the fuses or chips might be burnt out, especially when you try to force a Blu-ray or a game inside of the tray. So for instance, this one here, as you can see, it's kind of not accepting discs by itself. If I turn it off and on again, you'll be able to hear the laser kind of working, but the actual disc tray is not ejecting. The eject button is here, it's not accepting discs, so there's insufficient power going on to the Blu-ray, which could mean, like I said, one of the IC chips on the daughter board might be burnt out. The only problem is specifically this Model 1. This is from when I pre-ordered it back in 2013, one of the original models. These Blu-ray drives, you can't just replace it by itself, and you can't just replace the daughter board either, because the motherboard is married or paired to this Blu-ray drive and to the daughter board. So if you replace the daughter board, then you would need to solder one of the chips inside of the motherboard of the original PS4 that has the same model or from the same PS4. You would have to get a matching Blu-ray drive with the daughter board and a matching motherboard as well, which might as well just get a new PS4 at that point. You can micro solder, I think it's called the Renesys chip, so you can micro solder new fuses, new chips on the daughter board. Let me just turn this on just for you to hear this laser going. But this is the Blu-ray eject button, and this should just eject, but it's not doing anything. The button that you press on the case, there's a contact here which presses this, which then ejects the disc, but it should turn on the PS4 by just pressing the gold contacts here. It's not doing anything, which means there's something wrong with the drive or the cable or the daughter board. If I turn it on, I don't know if you can hear that, but you can hear the laser kind of working but not. So you can see the PS4 is on, but it's not reading discs, it's not accepting discs or ejecting them. So the first port of call is checking the cables, making sure these are, haven't been kind of half connected or loose. So you need to make sure those are connected. I'm going to turn it off for now. Let's open this up. Now there's one thing that you shouldn't do when you have a faulty Blu-ray drive is update the firmware of your PS4, because if you do that you have a potential risk of bricking your PS4 when it tries to update. So don't go ahead and think that a firmware update is going to fix the issue. It's most likely a hardware issue at this point, and if there's anything wrong with the Blu-ray drive and you update it, some of the update files might include optimizing the Blu-ray drive or updating the firmware of it, and because it's not going to read this, then it's going to brick the system. So be very careful when updating or auto updating, so turn it off as soon as you know there's something wrong with your drive. Let's unplug the power, the HDMI. Best to leave this for like 10-15 minutes because there could be still charge on here. Unplug this as well. So it's been about 10 minutes or so, so I'm just going to unplug it. So get to the power. So I'm just going to unplug the power connector on the side here. You just need to wiggle it out. Try not to be too aggressive because you might break some of the pins or connectors. That should just lift off like that. Here's the power supply. Now this is the original cable, and if I take it out you can kind of see it's a bit squished and folded. So you need to press down on the metal contacts here and then pull away. But again, you kind of want to be gentle when unclipping this, because you don't want to rip this connector here or this one. So here's the flex ribbon cable for the Blu-ray drive. This is for the data signals, I think, and as you can see, it's doesn't look good. I mean, I think this fold is supposed to be here. I really don't know why they made this cable so fragile, or at least not sitting underneath the power supply like that, being squished. But the first port of call is buying a new cable, and this cost me £5 on eBay, I believe. I think it was £5. This is the cable that I got. Can't really see. As long as it looks like this, then this is the exact cable that you need. It cost me £5.58. Here I have the replacement cable. What I've done is I've kind of replicated how this fold here, so I've just copied this the original way. It's the same size, it's identical. You can tell that this is the original and this is not. But this is what the cable should look like. But this has more than one fold, as you can see. So I'm just going to show you quickly. I'm going to remove this shield. It's like 3 screws. One of them I've already taken out. But there should be one here, and one here. These are just Phillips screws. They're tiny, as you can see. If I take the shield off, we have access to the daughter board here. A little bit loose, but once you disconnect this ribbon cable, this one and this one, you'll have access to this daughter board. If you have a multimeter like I do, you can check the daughter board's polarity. So underneath there should be some fuses. There'll be a guide sort of to show you which fuse to be checking. So typically on these older ones, these fuses will blow eventually, especially if you cannot get the eject button to work and you can't insert a disc. So if that's your main cause, then most likely the cable for one, or one of the fuses have burnt out. But it's a micro soldering job, which can be quite hard, especially if you don't have the right equipment. So seek a professional or go to a repair shop if you believe that the daughter board has been burnt out. But always check with a multimeter beforehand, because it could just be a cable, which is a £5 fix. It could be the rollers in here need cleaning in the drive itself, which is entirely another different fix. But cleaning the rollers inside of the Blu-ray drive has fixed issues for certain people with slow eject and slow insert. But I don't need to do that. It's the cable that's gone for me, which is why I got the new cable. But I'm just showing you a couple of steps to check when your drive is gone, because a lot of these older PS4 models are going to kind of need servicing, need fixing. This is just a little video to help you out. But yeah, I don't need to do that. I can just put this back together now. Like I said before, if your daughter board has blown and you just want to replace it, then you will need the same motherboard that's married to this daughter board to fix that issue. If you don't have access to the original motherboard that came with this Blu-ray drive, then you're kind of screwed. There's nothing you can do. Apparently the newer models of the PS4, they're not married to the motherboard underneath here, but the older ones, they're married, so you need the motherboard and this board here. It kind of sucks really, because you can't just buy a new Blu-ray drive and just replace it. If there is something wrong with the laser, then you can replace the laser. Another thing is each daughter board has different model numbers, so depending on what version PS4 original that you have, what optical drive and daughter board you have, because these have several different model numbers. Way to confuse everyone, but it's just anti-consumer repair sort of. They don't want you to repair it yourself, but obviously this is out of warranty. If you can't eject the disc using the eject button, or using the software and it doesn't feature discs, and it could be one of these issues. So I'm just going to put this back together and replace the cable and try it out. Alright, so I've got the shield back on, see all the 3 screws back into place. Here's my new cable, the replacement cable. So this side here, blue side with the tab, that goes in to the daughter board. Make sure this is like straight and this metal tab is kind of pushed forward. It's a little bit awkward to fold this, but I've tried not to like bend it too much. I've pressed down here so it kind of curves round. I'm just going to make sure this metal clip here, make sure that's like kind of forward and not bent backwards, so this should be straight now. Don't want to bend it too much and break this cable. I want to have a little bit of slack here just because the power supply is going to go on top of that. Make sure the power for the Blu-ray drive is connected, so that's another thing to check. Also another thing to replace, because this is connected to the motherboard that feeds all the way to the bottom of the daughter board, so pretty sure that gives the power to the daughter board, and this is the data signal. Anyway, so that is in. Here's our power supply. Just going to connect this connector in first. There's 2 pins here that you need to be careful of. That's now connected. Now we can connect this connection here, power to the motherboard. So now that's in. So just check at the back, that's all flush, especially this power connector here, the figure of 8 connection, that is lined up. So that looks fine. We're going to test it. I'm not going to put all the screws back in. Let's connect this back up. HDMI first. And the PS4 is upside down, just makes it easier for me to test everything out before, you know, screwing everything back in and then nothing works and you've got to unscrew it again, and you know, it's a waste of time as long as you're not touching anything fragile. Power supply is in. I'm going to press the eject button now, and we're getting a connection each time. It's not turning on though, which is not a good sign. So the good thing is it's responding to my finger every time I press the eject button. Originally, when I would press that, there's a very faint beep and disc would eject really slow. The beep is loud enough, which is another good sign, because if your PS4 doesn't beep, then I think the speaker on the motherboard is burnt out and that needs to be replaced. Let's insert a disc. Oops. There we go. It sounds way better. It's actually reading the disc. It's inserted fine. Got GTA 5 locked in. If I press eject, it ejects just fine. Before it was super slow and I thought my optical drive was going, but this was the culprit. The cable was on its way out. It's way too bent and folded too many times. I can see like a dent there. I have opened this PS4 several times, and maybe I was too aggressive putting the power supply in and it's crushed this cable. But let's load up GTA 5. It appears to be loading just fine. No issues whatsoever. I've changed the thermal paste on this PS4, and I've also cleared out any dust that was on the heatsink. It's working fine. It's not sounding like a jet engine or airplane taking off. I had been using this for so long before, even before I got the PS5. As you can see, I had been using this PS4 like as my main console, and it's running better than ever. So there we go, that is my video of how to go about sort of troubleshooting your Blu-ray drive. The laser's fine, it's reading discs perfectly, it's loaded up GTA just fine, and it's much quieter than before. But yeah, simple ribbon cable replacement. fix this issue. So I would recommend buying a new cable if your cable looks damaged first. If it's not, maybe opening the Blu-ray drive, checking if there's dirt or debris inside of the rollers or the motor. Make sure that that is working as well. Failing that, then getting a multimeter to check all the fuses or the IC chips on the daughter board and replacing the Renesas IC chip, and getting the motherboard that matches. That's if you've got original PS4 that the motherboard and the Blu-ray drive is paired together, but if not, then you can probably just get a different optical drive. But always double check what model number your drive is before getting replacements. Yeah, that is pretty much it. If you do have any questions in regards to your PS4 or its Blu-ray drive, then please comment down below. If this video has been helpful, then give it a like and subscribe, and as usual, I'll see you again on another one.